This is AV SuperFriends Perspectives, a collection of interviews, discussions, and presentations from conferences, trade shows, and events that just don't fit either of the other two shows. Some are long, some are short, but they'll all have valuable insights, useful information, or just good conversation with thought leaders and subject matter experts. And now, the AV SuperFriends.
Hey everybody, it's Jamie with AV SuperFriends again, and
Marc.
We're out on,
Chris.
and Chris and Justin are running around, but we don't want to listen to them. So we're back on the show floor, and we've come to the Visionary Solutions booth, and we're now talking with Rich McPherson from Visionary. And one of the things that I was telling Mark not too long ago is we've started deploying the Visionary products.
Yep.
And one of the, we'll start there. The Visionary products. You only really make a certain product line. Tell us about it.
We focus on AV over IP. So we're going back to the old school AV world where you had companies focusing on specific pieces of the AV puzzle. And we're doing that. We've been doing that.
And some of the things I really liked. So I've been buying the Series 4 the Duet with the multiple inputs, the fact that it's got the local switching. I really enjoyed it. And if you've listened to the show, Mark and I are big fans of, the endpoint is an endpoint.
Endpoint's endpoint. I want transparency. I want to be able to see granular of all my endpoints. I don't want to go through some third-party Nook widget box traffic controller thing. I want my stuff to sit there flat. I want to control it with whatever I want to control it with. Don't sell me something that's going to break in a year and a half.
And it's always nice to have AS67 or Dante.
All the standard stuff, right? Yeah.
And you bring all that, especially that Series 4 and the high-end Duet model, right?
Right.
Now, what I really want to talk to you about today is you have the new Series 5.
Yes.
So tell me the differences.
So the Series 5 came out for the purpose of us being able to handle 4K 60 444. Our 4 Series is 4K 60 420. So.
And how many gigabits do I need for that?
That's a 1 gigabit transport.
Say that again. Make sure everybody heard that.
Yeah, I want to. Hold on.
1 gig network.
And what do I get on that 1 gig network?
You get 4K 60 444 plus several audio channels plus some USB transport.
All right. So all of those are independently switchable.
Correct.
With an API.
Correct.
From anybody's software.
Correct. And in fact, we have plugins for QSys, we have drivers for Extron, we have modules for Crestron. It's an open, human-readable API, so you can write it in anything you want to write it in.
Okay. And I nerded out a little bit when I saw the pre-release, right? Because your USB capabilities in the past, it's a lot of HID devices and then KVM, which works really well, by the way. But yeah. It's all there. You've now thrown in like an extra carrot.
Yeah, so when we did the 5 Series, in order to get 4K 60 444, we needed additional power inside the boxes. And one of the benefits of that additional power is that we had more than we needed to do the video. And so one of the things that we've done is we've added a USB backhaul. So in an environment where you're doing a BYOD, we can have a decoder at the display where you'd normally have it, and an encoder at the user's laptop meeting
Wherever
location.
Where they need it, yeah.
Where they need it. And you can connect a webcam or a USB camera at that decoder site, right where it wants to be, and you've got a backhaul channel to bring that camera video back to the encoder.
So you not only get audio and video, you can get a UVC webcam signal across the exact same, how many gigabit cable?
1 gig.
1 gig.
1 gig. And
1 gig network.
all right. And one of the other things that you really drove into us earlier was how much power?
6 to 8 watts in normal operation.
So standard PoE.
Yep.
No magical plus special boutique, just
No pluses.
Yeah.
standard PoE.
Actually, there is one plus in there. If you feed our boxes PoE plus, we can actually take that excess power and present it at our auxiliary network port. And so you could supply an additional PoE device off of our connection without another cable run, without another switch port.
So passing that on to provide another PoE network jack.
So to close it out, I think, I know I sound like a fanboy. I really do like their product. I really do. I like others also, but I really do like Visionary Solutions product. And I think if you're in the market for AV over IP, and you heard this in time, stop by their booth and give them a shout.
And even if you identify as one of the big Trons or some other thing, this still can work in your ecosystem and make a lot of sense and probably give you a little bit more granular data for your actual story.
And if you miss us here at the show, visionary-av.com.
All right. Hey, Rich, thanks very much for joining our show today.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Rich.
Well, that wraps up another episode of AV Super Friends Perspectives. If you have a perspective to share, you can contact us with questions, topic ideas, or general complaints at mailbag@avsuperfriends.com.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.
The opinions expressed by the AV Super Friends are solely those of the individuals and do not represent their respective institutions, organizations, companies, or clients.